But Matthew wants to start with a little something here. I know you've already...
What we hope to be the first in a new tradition. On behalf of everyone in Pittsburgh Riverhounds, we would like to present this as our 2025.
Thank you.
Good job, Ian.
Thank you. Now back to the usual program.
First annual.
First ever.
We're
going to hope it's annual.
Yeah. So we have the second one.
Yes, that's an old journalism thing.
But it's, yeah, but it's the first one. It's just
It's the first ever, and then the second, it becomes second annual.
It's a good idea.
So you doubled
so.
tonight too. It's the Steel Army too.
Say it again.
You doubled it tonight.
Yeah.
The Steel Army too. Congrats. Yeah, let's go ahead with questions about the match.
How do you get ready for the playoffs now?
Sounds like it's going to be Hartford. Is that right? Yeah, I mean, I think given the way that things ended in Hartford a few weeks ago or months ago, it'll be a brawl. So I think we have to be prepared mentally for that. One of those games that maybe we'll see how it goes, obviously, but maybe tactics won't be as important, and it's going to be more of a battle of wills. And so we just got to be ready for that.
How do you tamp down those emotions? Because obviously there's going to be a lot of fire on both sides.
I think that's something that honestly comes when the game starts, when you get in between the lines. I would encourage everyone to have all the energy that they can. We're going to need it, but at the same time, once the whistle blows, you have to find a way to have some composure and quality, and that's what's going to win the game. So I think we've seen that when we have played in the playoffs, especially at home. It's been a couple years now, but when we've gotten in a groove in the playoffs, Birmingham 2019, things can happen.
Robbie, just on that note about emotion, just being with this team the past couple of weeks, just kind of the ups and downs of emotion, but still having to be prepared for these matches. Has it been any different? I know Rob was talking a lot about trying to keep things as normal as possible.
I think the group has done a good job of staying even-keeled in terms of their emotions and their focus on the task at hand. I think even tonight was a good example. I thought we played very well and approached the game the right way. Just could not put the ball in the back of the net. And I would say that differs from some of the other times throughout the year, because there's games where we haven't necessarily generated the chances. Tonight I think we generated the chances, so I think we can feel good about the way we played, and that goes for the last 3 weeks, so I think we feel good about where our game is going in the playoffs.
Considering how much noise has gone on around this team, I mean, and you guys are usually like a really quiet team, and all of a sudden, the Hartford thing, and on top of that, then the whole thing with Bob and everything like that. How have you guys kind of kept the noise out?
I think it's just being professionals, honestly. Just recognizing that we have a job to do. Each of us cares about what we do in this career. We care about our soccer careers, both individually and collectively. And this team has been through a lot this year, and I think we've come by our resilience, honestly, in that sense. And so I think it's a tight-knit group now of players, and so everyone's just kind of playing for each other and knowing that this is an important time of the year. So I think in that sense it becomes kind of easy to keep the noise out, because it's like, what do you want? Do you want to win or not? And if you let the noise get in, then it's going to affect your ability to do that.
This match, it had some ebbs and flows, and there was some physicality and some things going on there as well. Just talk about how difficult it was to kind of keep Phoenix at bay, because they were pretty good.
Yeah, I think they're a good team. Definitely, they had a few more chances in the second half. I thought we played exceptionally well in the first half. Again, should have been up 1 or 2-0, probably at halftime at least. And they had nothing, but they found their way into the game in the second half. Maybe they made some tactical adjustments that I think gave us some trouble, especially in the first 10 or 15 minutes. But I think then we responded well to that and ultimately carried the game in the second half too, against a good team that was competing for a home game in the Western Conference playoffs. So, and coming into it, we knew they were a really athletic team. So we we knew that physically they were going to be gifted. They were going to try to create one-on-one matchups, and I think our movement and tempo really threw them off balance, and that was what enabled us to have success in the game. Obviously, short of putting the ball in the net.
And today you didn't have the lead, but you've been able to get the lead a lot and just finish strong in those matches. This last stretch of the season, just kind of, what can you attribute that to?
I mean, I think we just know that, like, I think we know how important the first goal is for us. I think there was times early in the year where we were giving up the first goal, and that was hurting us. But, you know, it goes across seasons with the Riverhounds. I think we know that this is a team that typically closes out games well, so that's always going to be a core tenet of us, is starting fast.
What's the overall vibe heading into these playoffs in the locker room?
I think it's a very good vibe. I think people feel good about the way we're playing, which is awesome. That's really ultimately the most important thing. I think going into the playoffs is not necessarily the body of work, as important as that is, but the momentum. And I think that there is a little bit of a sense right now in the group that we have that momentum. It doesn't really mean much when you get between the lines next weekend, but for now, like, if you want to talk about momentum, I think we have good momentum.
How does this compare to last year's momentum? I mean, you guys were such a tear going into the playoffs last year. It almost looked like when you hit the playoffs, you almost burned out. How do you do you feel more relaxed going into the playoffs and not playing that?
I mean, it really is one game at a time, right? Like, I think we were playing very well last year down the stretch, but that Charleston team we got in the playoffs, we were on the road, like, that was a tough matchup for us. And we had beaten them here, but they hadn't, like, kind of played all their guys, and it was a home game for us. And then a few weeks later, we go on the road to them. It was a completely different game. And so I would just, you got to focus on one game at a time. And so I don't think it really was as much about momentum last year, because we put ourselves in a tough spot coming in as the 7th seed. Now we've got a home game. Can we gain some confidence with a win next week and see what happens in the second round?
You mentally prepared differently for this
It's been a while since I've played in a home playoff game. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, 22 years. Yeah.
Everyone was forgetting about that.
I actually almost forgot about that. It does feel like it's been a while though for me. So I think there will be nerves and a lot of energy. And tonight was a great atmosphere, but like we all know, Highmark will feel electric next week. So like I said, just kind of trying to let that be as it is, but also temper it down once the game starts, so that you can actually function out there.
Thanks, Robbie.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Robbie. Absolutely.